last video before we leave the shop and tomorrow head to Bancroft for recce. Usually I name my cars, but this one we haven't named yet. Suggestions were to call it Bubble. I don't know. Cars we have are like Bastard, Disaster, Baby Bastard, Green Monster. These are the names we have. Obviously Beast. So I don't know about Bubble. What do you think? Let me know. Please do honestly let me know. Also I was gonna say, oh yeah, on the Tall Pines entry list I wanted to put some name on it for it, but we didn't have the name yet, or we don't have the name yet. Therefore I called it Ford Focus I Am Scared. I think this poor thing is scared. Jonathan built it very well with love. Yeah, sure, it doesn't have a lot of expensive parts that top cars of that generation could have, but you can tell that love was put into this car. So, you know, and also it wasn't really abused or driven by somebody maniac like me. Therefore, I think it's scared. So we need to talk to it and say like, it's okay, you'll survive, I promise. Even if we crash you, it won't be a life-ending crash. The first one at least, not gonna hurt you too much. I think it's gonna have a very exciting life. So good. The seating position, the pedals being far from you, feels so race car. It's awesome. We just finished the test drive, or a couple of test drives. Let me tell you, nothing fun happened during this test drive. Friends, it's 3:55 a.m. and I gotta be at the shop again at 10 a.m. because tomorrow at noon it's gonna get wet everywhere in Toronto area, and this is the last 2 hours I have to try the car on gravel pretty much before the rally. Afterwards it's gonna be very slippery, and we weren't able to get the brakes right today, so I'm trying tomorrow. It won't be braking well. We're working on it. They're gonna get it sorted, of course, before the rally, but tomorrow is just gonna be okay. We can't get the brakes right, so we're gonna talk about mid-corner exits, low-speed corners, high-speed corners, all that stuff. Most likely Tall Pines is going to be not high grip, therefore this testing is just in case Tall Pines is high grip. But anyway, very exciting. And why did this prep turn into something so hardcore in terms of the amount of work we put in? But Dwayne from Kenjam put it the best: because we simply can't stop. We always want to make it the best, the most professional, to be the most prepared. Well, no sleep, but sure as hell exciting. And it's actually a pleasure to set up a new car again. Okay, so I've been testing these fancy shoes and they're not as good as my old Pumas. Test drove for sure using Pumas. However, then I'm trying Pumas with the heated insole versus without. Because on snow rallies, you want to really be able to feel the pedals well. Trying the new gloves for the first time. Car is fun, but the handling is interesting. light is on, something about the motor, I guess. Red light's on the dash. Wonder what that is. Car felt good engine-wise. Cool it off a touch and restart. So the engine light just kind of gave me a little scare, but it seems fine now. I just restarted the car. Well, this aside, the suspension feels pretty bouncy. Maybe I should stiffen the rear shocks. I'll do one more lap and then stiffen the rear shocks. Why don't I do it now? Because I already know how it handles over those bumps. I'm gonna stiffen the rear shocks quickly and see what happens. The rear is very bouncy on the bumps, which is kind of what you expect out of this suspension with front-wheel drive. But I went 10 clicks stiffer because only one-way adjustable, so hopefully it'll stiffen the rebound. It will stiffen also the bump, so it might be worse or better, but hopefully it'll be a little bit better. So let's try that. But noticeable. You would really want softer suspension for slippery conditions like this, and what we're gonna most likely face at the rally, if it's not even gonna be full snow. But even in gravel you want softer. However, Philippines has that crazy amount of big jumps, that's a compromise. So I'm relatively happy. I mean, at least some things make sense on the shocks front. So finished our little impromptu test. Nothing else to add. I can drive around the brakes even if I e-brake every corner. And the more slippery it gets, the more you need to e-brake. But I'm sure we can get it sorted. And yeah, another fun fact, not about the car. So I went and bought this $600 best driving shoes and stuff, and I always told people you need thinnest sole possible, at least for very slippery conditions. And guess what, my worn out Pumas that I got for 80 bucks and then wore for like a year, you have a better pedal feel, a lot better than these $600 shoes. But I'm gonna give it a shot still. Never invested into racing shoes this expensive, but yeah, we'll see. Back to base after that first test drive at the farm. Good car, good little car. Just teach you how to brake properly. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, I won't hurt you. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, I know. A little afraid. These wheels look awesome on this car. But also what I was gonna say is that the first time I saw rally wheels was at Kenjam, I think in 2005 or 6. Those were the speedline wheels of the Subaru factory rally team that Kenjam built and ran and everything. Those were the speedline wheels like this. Obviously different bolts, but this was the wheel. Guess what? In 2021, I raced in WRC 2 Championship, driving a Citroen with a French team, Saint-Loc Racing, and guess what? Same wheels were used. Like, how amazing gotta be a product in the sport so tough as rallying for it to be the ultimate choice for so many years. There you go. Speedline course. And not paid. They should sponsor us, but they're not. Hi, so I'm here in my Reiki car, just outside of Kenjam. As the boys are working on the Ford, I'm working on Pace Snow in the car, because I'm in their way otherwise. When they need me, they call me, I go check something out and then get out of here. Victory is made when no one's watching. That co-drivers are the unsung heroes of the sport. They are super important. They are super important. And normally, unless it's for fun, I always enter rallies with professional European co-drivers. Not because people in Canada are not good enough, but because people in Canada and North America mostly just don't dedicate enough time. You have to be doing this very often to stay sharp. But anyway, so this rally, as you know, was always planned as a fun thing in a low-powered car. So I called up my buddy, my very good friend Sam Roxon here, and said, let's do it again. So now we're gonna do it for fun. But Sam, do share, why the hell are you doing this? Like, I don't know, you're a very brave man.
I mean, it's you. It's crazy, Leo. It's a new car. I think it's going to be a blast. I know this is your home rally, and you're passionate about the roads and Bancroft and supporting Canadian Rally Championship, and I'm happy you're just able to make it out And also, it's kind of interesting. It's a new car. It's a Ford Focus ZX3. I used to also own one as well, so I'm a little bit nostalgic for the car.
Ergonomics is very important in rallying because we spend the whole day in the car. And you know, you have water, you have like gloves, balaclavas, phone. Important, so we designed this couple of pouches. There you go, for water. Zip up. You gotta have 2 zippers, one from each side. Gloves, this, that, and the one that you use the most, the phone. Boom, boom. Easy to attach. In WRC, people have a little phone pocket here. Hard to attach, more work. So for now, we'll see how this goes this rally, and then we'll adjust. And awesome. Alisa Sekrityova herself is going to do your co-driver bag right now.
Go right here. I hope you're satisfied with the placement. If you're not, blame Leo, not me.
And we can't leave still. Oh my god, don't look at the clock. So what I was gonna say is, you know all this effort is going into the front wheel drive car, maybe gonna be called Bubble, because this was for Race Lab. We wanted to have an affordable front wheel drive car for the students. Well, now it's not gonna be affordable, but we're likely gonna make it a twin. But that's a whole other story. But really, guys and girls, we're putting so much work into this. It's gonna be another amazing handling car. Like all our cars were really good, but disaster handles. Like anybody who's driven it, you guys know that car doesn't know how to do what? Does not know how to understeer. That's a powerful Subaru. Imagine what we can make out of this little front wheel drive thing. It will be awesome handling. Oh yeah, just like, go. Okay, bye, go.